defined what are the assumptions about the relationships between a program's objectives and the reduction, for example, of violent extremism or hatred in society. Let's make some practical examples to clarify this idea. So all prevention programs are based on assumptions about what are the causes or risk factors that increase or decrease a phenomenon. For example, why do we say that avoiding tobacco decreases the chances of getting cancer? Because there are studies showing the relationship between tobacco use and increased risk of getting cancer. Tobacco is not the only risk factor of cancer. The reasons why people get cancer are always various, difficult to pinpoint, and related with genetic predispositions. However, we have enough evidence to suggest that smoking tobacco does increase the risk of cancer. So based on this assumption, on this relationship between tobacco and cancer, public health practitioners plan programs that aim to prevent cancer by reducing the use of tobacco. For example, awareness campaigns that highlight the health risk of smoking tobacco. It's very useful to think about your programs in a parallel way. For example, a program that aims to provide employment opportunities to young people in a certain community assumes that if young people find employment, they will be less likely to engage in violent extremism or hate crime. Does this make sense? Why would young people who are employed be less likely to engage in violence? Well, a possible explanation would be that they are busier or that they are more satisfied with their lives. This makes sense intuitively, but is there any evidence about this? Let's check out the existing research on the topic. A recent review of the literature in crime deterrence found that there is considerable evidence that the existence of attractive and legitimate job opportunities reduces crime. A recent article based on a database of American violent extremists found that the lack of stable employment is significantly associated with participation in violent extremism. At global level, support for violent extremism is associated with unemployment, especially in countries with higher growth. So it seems that there is convincing research about the connections between unemployment and engagement in criminal violence and even in ideological and political violence in different contexts and across different geographical areas. So you might want also to check if there is evidence about this association in your own local context. This research evidence taken together will back up the assumption underlying your program, which is that reducing employment will reduce engagement in violent extremism and hate crime. Once this assumption is backed up with reliable evidence, you will be able to measure the impact of your program on unemployment.